release the virus. Only 2 minutes left. Spider-Man kicked him away, but the doctor grabbed the injured Peter, destroyed his web shooters, removed his mask, and mocked him. Poor Peter Parker. No mother, no father, no uncle, all gone. He's not alone. In all the series of Spider-Man, Gia Fei is undoubtedly the most miserable and the loneliest one. When she was young, her parents left her and gave her to her uncle's parents. When she grew up, she was rebellious, causing her uncle to be killed by a bandit. Even her girlfriend's father was killed by himself under the influence of Dr. Shi. She had thought about giving up many times, giving up her heroic identity that seemed to have been broken, and returning to normal life. However, at this time, a steel rhino was suddenly killed in the city, and it began to act as a bandit to kill people. Even the police couldn't do anything about it. But a little boy in the crowd turned around at this time, stopped running towards the rhino, and stood in front of him. He put on the mask of the Spider-Man and set out for the battle. The rhino slowly approached the boy, and the boy was in a daze. At the same time, the boy heard the sound of the rope coming from the sky. The boy turned around in search of the sound, and the real Spider-Man stood behind him. "Yeah, thanks for stepping up for me. You're the bravest kid I've ever seen. I'm going to take care of this trip. You go take care of your mom, okay? All right, get out of here. Go." People started to cheer. The Spider-Man who disappeared for a while, he did not give up his testimony. The rhino monster turned around. 2 missiles were fired at the Spider-Man, but he was easily knocked down by the Spider-Man. Then the sound of the music, the police were heavily thrown at the rhino monster. The Spider-Man returned again. He was wandering around the city every day, helping the police to commit crimes. One day a truck with no elements was intercepted by the thief. Hanging on the street, hundreds of police officers were helpless. The Spider-Man rushed over, jumped on the truck, started attacking the thief. "I'm such a criminal. Hey, my name's Spider-Man. You can call me Webbad. You can call me amazing. You just don't call me late for dinner. You get it?" The crook couldn't stand the noise, so he picked up his gun and fired a few shots, then rushed to the door and hit a bus. Spider-Man was in a daze, with his feet on the ground, carrying the bus, and saved everyone. Spider-Man was chasing after the murderer and dodging all the bullets. He came back to the crook and started his performance again. Spider-Man also saved a black engineer on the way, but what surprised him was that this crook would soon become the most powerful rebel of all time. The self-sacrificing Max became a loyal fan of Spider-Man and spread the truth about Spider-Man to everyone. However, the honest man was eventually bullied. His performance was snatched away by the leader, and he was forced to stay to work overtime. But unfortunately, during the repair of the cable, Max fell into the power bank and fell into the power bank. In an instant, the power bank went up and began to bite him crazily. The man who had failed all his life died in the company like this. And the company chose to hide Max's body for fame and interest. He pretended that nothing had happened, but it did not work out.